Tonight's confession is a hot one. A mother, her daughter's man, and the kind of betrayal you can't make up. Stay tuned. This is going to be a hot one. Welcome to the Cigar Confessional. Be sure to like and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that little bell notification up top. That way, for future videos, you can be notified. And we have one. We did recently receive an email from someone for betrayal. I'll go ahead and read that.
Okay, this is a doozy. Let's hear what one of our viewers has to say. Okay, so the email starts out. My mother is sleeping with my husband, her granddaughter's father. So we broke up about a month ago for other reasons. That reason being he paid for a blowjob from a prostitute at work because he said he was just horny. But back to the main reason I emailed, I would have thought that would have been enough. Just that story in itself would have been enough. Like, you're paying for things at work, but okay, continue.
Mm.
Back to the main reason I emailed. So Thursday night, my husband, we aren't legally married, but we always said we were. He got drunk and passed out, and his phone was blowing up, so I decided to see who it was. We have been trying to fix our relationship from his past mistakes. So I was wondering who was blowing up his phone at 2 a.m. I open it to find messages on Kick. Yeah, you heard me right. Kick. I scroll up and slowly start to read the previous messages, and I couldn't believe my eyes. It was my own mother, our child's grandmother, his own mother in law.
God, this.
She's asking if he'll have her grandkids that weekend. He basically offers to pick her up and take her somewhere, and she flat out says, "You're trying really hard to get me back into bed." I'm sorry, back into bed. How long has this been going on? I have no idea, but he admitted to only getting head from her about a year after me and him got together, before we had our daughter. I mean, how do you even let that happen? It goes on and on about him wanting to take her away for a few days or something. Then he says, "That's why I don't understand why your daughter wasn't ever happy. She didn't have to do shit except be a good partner and take care of me, and she couldn't do that, so here I am." So as I sat there completely shocked, I wake him up and in the calmest manner tell him to get his shit and leave. I called my brother to tell him and ask him what I should even do, because what the fuck? So the next morning, I call her to confront her, and she denies everything. This is a lot.
Yeah, it's
I, I have so many questions. Okay. The next phone call I get is from the EMTs. She decided to call her friend and said she took a bottle of pills and can't live with herself anymore. So me and my brothers went to the hospital. But do not worry, she's fine. They said she didn't even take anything. They put her in the crazy house instead. So when they asked who was splitting her hospital and ambulance bill, I wrote my my ex slash baby daddy's name and number on that paper. I love the level of petty with that. I really do. He wants to fuck her, he can take care of her.
wow.
My oldest brother built her a small home about 8 years ago that's in his name, and she doesn't have to pay anything besides lights and water. So he said, "Let's go through the house and see what other secrets she's hiding." And I was not prepared for what we found. Oh my gosh, I don't even know if I would have done that. Boxes and boxes and boxes of sex toys.
Hmm.
And let me give you some very key information here. My mother is 50 years old and over 400 pounds.
What the huge bitch?
Now, I didn't get pictures of everything, But just know other boxes had wilder shit, as in straps, ropes, and even a taser. So I decided to ask one of her old friends for some advice, and he said this is surprising to him. Gives me some details on her little parties she used to throw about 4 to 5 years ago. And I basically can't even imagine how many times this has happened and with who. So that's pretty much it. I haven't spoken to her or even messaged her since her calling me from the crazy house saying it's all in my head and that she would never do that to me. But we all see the proof. She's lying. So here's the screenshots and pictures of everything. Let me know what you think.
Mm. Yeah,
I need a big drink after reading that.
I did receive the pictures of everything on there. Um, yeah, yeah, it's
I don't. That's a lot to unpack and a lot to process.
so she's dating this guy. She found messages of her mother of him with him, I'm sorry, talking sexual.
He was communicating with her mother via Kick.
Mm, 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 mm. Well, I guess that's one way to keep it in the family.
No, just no.
Sweet home Alabama.
Is this?
I know that's kind of weird to me.
I mean, Thanksgiving's going to be really awkward this year.
And she's how old?
The mother is 50 years old
And 400 pounds.
and 400 pounds. I mean,
God almighty.
not fat shaming or anything, but uh to me, like this seems like definitely a pattern for the boyfriend, obviously. Like he was paying for favors at work. That in and of itself is like enough to be see you bye. Like get your shit and go. But
Yeah.
throw in the mom situation.
Mm-mm-mm.
There's no coming back from that. That kind of betrayal with your own
No, that's
mother.
literally keeping it in the family, what I also call sloppy seconds
That's just
from your mother.
so we hear a lot of people go no contact with their parents, and sometimes it's not even for like good valid reasons. This is a good valid reason to go no contact with your mother. And I don't advocate for going no contact with your
Kind of
parents.
makes you wonder what the relationship was like between her and her mother in the begin with, even though it's still wrong on all doings because her mother knew that she was with this guy, like her
Hmm.
daughter was with this guy. So it's still wrongdoing on both parts. And she's 50 and she's old enough to know better.
Well, just the very fact that you could do that to your child, to your daughter, to your child, that's your child, um, knowing how badly you were going to hurt her. That's just
Mm,
insanity.
yeah, that's
And the second part of the email with the everything they found in the mother's house. I'm not going to shame a grown adult for things they may enjoy, the toys and whatnot. Some of it's a little weird, mind you, but I know that now she's got to
the
wonder.
taser's weird.
That's a lot weird. But now she's got to wonder though, were those being used with her husband or boyfriend, husband, whatever. But I mean, like, that's traumatic. I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine. And like, I can't imagine having to call my mother and confront her with that information and be like, "Hey,
Yeah, that would.
why are you sleeping with my man?"
Yeah, I couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't. No, yo, no, 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 absolutely not. Ugh.
So, my advice to the viewer who emailed this in is no contact with your mother and limited contact with your now ex, only for the child's sake. But even then, I might be a little concerned. But I would be curious to know that now that he's your ex, have him and your mother like continued a relationship?
That would be, yeah, that's a good question.
Are they continuing this relationship? And is it like grandma stepmom situation? Like is grandma now the kid's stepmom? Grandma? Oh my
Mm,
gosh, just run away from all of them.
mm,
Take your child and go for
mm,
all of them.
mm. Yeah. So that's unique. Just keep in mind, everybody, you're more than welcome to email stories, relationship stories. We will read them, obviously. We'll dissect them. This one was a fun one. With that being said, appreciate y'all. Don't forget again to like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification, be notified for future videos. Till next time, see you then.